What if the key to a better, more meaningful life is not found in quick fixes or complicated methods, but in a philosophy that has stood the test of time for over 2,000 years? In a world where self-help trends come and go, Stoicism has remained one of the most enduring philosophies. It offers a simple yet profound approach to living well, regardless of the external circumstances we face. But why does Stoicism continue to resonate with people today, from ancient philosophers to modern entrepreneurs and everyday individuals? The answer lies in its timeless principles that can help us navigate life's challenges, find peace of mind, and ultimately lead a more fulfilling life. The origins of Stoicism. Stoicism was born in ancient Greece around 300 BCE in the bustling city of Athens. Its founder, Zeno of Citium, began teaching in a public space known as the Stoa Poikile, or painted porch, from which the philosophy gets its name. Zeno's teachings attracted many followers who believed that happiness could only be achieved through virtue and wisdom. Rather than wealth, power, or pleasure, Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from living virtuously. Over time, Stoicism evolved under the guidance of influential thinkers like Epictetus, Seneca, and the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. These Stoics refined the philosophy, turning it into a practical guide to living a virtuous and peaceful life. Their teachings focused on personal responsibility, the importance of controlling our thoughts and emotions, and the idea that external events, whether good or bad, are beyond our control. But why does this ancient philosophy still hold value today? Why is it still relevant in our modern, fast-paced world? Stoicism's core principles. At its core, Stoicism is about accepting what we cannot control, focusing on what we can control, and cultivating virtues that lead to a calm, wise, and purposeful life. It teaches us that while we cannot change the events around us, we can control how we respond to them. In a chaotic world, this is one of the most empowering insights we can adopt. In essence, Stoicism invites us to shift our perspective. Rather than be overwhelmed by external forces, we are encouraged to focus on our internal state. The idea is simple. External events are outside our control, but our thoughts, attitudes, and actions are within our power. This distinction forms the foundation of Stoic thought. By mastering this, we can unlock a new level of emotional resilience and personal freedom. We can begin to shape how we respond to any situation, whether positive or negative. This practice of focusing on what we can control allows us to navigate life with purpose and wisdom. Control your reactions. One of the central tenets of Stoicism is the idea that we cannot control external events, but we can control our reactions to them. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When we realize this, we are no longer victims of circumstance, but active participants in shaping our lives. Think about a time when something unexpected happened. Perhaps a project at work fell through, or you had a disagreement with someone. Most of us have been in situations where our first instinct is to react emotionally. Frustration, anger, or disappointment might flare up immediately. Stoicism teaches us that these emotional responses, while natural, don't serve us well in the long run. They cloud our judgment and reduce our ability to think clearly. When Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters," he emphasized the importance of maintaining control over our internal state. He urged us to cultivate awareness of our emotions and not let them dictate our actions. By being mindful of our reactions, we prevent external circumstances from hijacking our peace of mind. We must learn to stay calm, even in the most trying situations, and not let immediate emotional impulses take control. The concept of controlling your reactions is not about suppressing emotions or pretending that we are unaffected by life's ups and downs. Instead, it's about acknowledging our feelings without letting them rule us. It's about taking a step back, pausing before we act, and choosing a measured response rather than reacting impulsively. This is especially powerful in today's fast-paced world, where so many things are out of our control. Whether it's traffic, an unexpected setback, or a difficult relationship, Stoicism teaches us that our emotional response to these challenges is what truly matters. It's how we respond that shapes our experience. Rather than being swept away by frustration or helplessness, we can take a deep breath, acknowledge the emotion, and then choose a calm, rational course of action. For example, imagine you're stuck in traffic and running late for an important meeting. The natural reaction is to feel stressed, maybe even angry. However, if you embrace the Stoic principle of controlling your reactions, you can shift your mindset. Instead of allowing your frustration to grow, you might take the opportunity to practice patience. Perhaps you use the time to reflect or listen to something productive. By choosing your response thoughtfully, you reclaim control. By learning to stay calm and composed, we can navigate even the toughest situations with grace and wisdom. This does not mean suppressing frustration or pretending everything is perfect. It means cultivating a deep awareness of our emotions and choosing the response that aligns with our values and long-term goals. Over time, the practice of controlling your reactions builds emotional resilience. The more we exercise this muscle, the more we develop the ability to handle life's challenges with equanimity. Many Stoic philosophers, including Marcus Aurelius, emphasize the importance of daily practice. Every difficult moment is an opportunity to practice control over our reactions and to grow stronger in our ability to remain composed. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom reminds us of our inner power. This true freedom, then, is not in avoiding challenges, but in choosing our responses with wisdom and clarity. In conclusion, the Stoic practice of controlling our reactions can have profound effects on our overall well-being. It helps us stay calm in the face of adversity, build resilience, and make better decisions. It is a practice that empowers us to stop being passive observers of life and instead become active participants in shaping our experiences. Stoicism teaches us that the power to live a fulfilling life lies not in controlling the external world, but in mastering ourselves. By focusing on our reactions, we cultivate inner peace and create space for more thoughtful, purposeful actions. And in doing so, we can navigate even the most difficult challenges with confidence and grace. Stoicism helps us reclaim control of our lives and steer them in a direction of wisdom and calm. If you focus on controlling your reactions, you'll soon realize that life's greatest challenges are opportunities for growth. Stoicism offers a path to not only survive, but to thrive in the midst of life's storms. And in doing so, we find peace that transcends external circumstances. The true power of Stoicism lies in its simplicity and its deep relevance for the human experience. Through this ancient wisdom, we learn that life isn't about avoiding hardship, but responding to it with poise, purpose, and strength. One of the foundational teachings of Stoic philosophy is the idea of living in accordance with nature, both our human nature and the larger natural world around us. To the Stoics, this didn't simply mean respecting nature in the sense of environmental conservation, but rather understanding our role within the universe and aligning our actions with its flow. Epictetus said, "What is nature's way? The way of reason." Humans, as rational beings, are part of this vast system and should align their actions with reason and virtue. Nature's laws are impartial, they do not discriminate, and they do not care about our personal desires. It is our duty to embrace this reality with acceptance and wisdom. Seneca wrote, "Life is long if you know how to use it." In this statement, Seneca wasn't urging people to chase after fame, wealth, or pleasure. Instead, he was encouraging us to focus on what truly matters, living a life of virtue, wisdom, and integrity. Our time is finite, and every moment wasted on futile pursuits is a moment lost. The Stoics believed that we should learn to accept the impermanence of life, recognizing that the good moments are precious but fleeting, while the bad moments are inevitable. By learning to navigate both with equanimity, we align ourselves more closely with nature, which operates without judgment or preference. Everything in nature is part of the order. In Stoic philosophy, Living according to nature means living in alignment with our rational faculties and cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues, when practiced consistently, help us make choices that reflect our true nature and contribute to our well-being. We don't need external validation to find fulfillment. The Stoics understood that life was not meant to be about chasing fleeting pleasures or external achievements. These things, while enjoyable, are often beyond our control. Instead, they argued that true happiness lies in living virtuously, regardless of external circumstances. Aligning our actions with reason and virtue brings peace. Living in accordance with nature also involves fully embracing the present moment. The Stoics encouraged us to be mindful of our thoughts and actions in the here and now, rather than being overly preoccupied with the past or anxious about the future. The present moment is the only time we truly have control over. Nature also serves as an important teacher in Stoic thought. The natural world provides valuable lessons in resilience, patience, and adaptability. A tree doesn't resist the winds. It bends and sways. Similarly, the Stoic teaches us to bend but not break in the face of adversity. Life's challenges are inevitable, but how we respond is up to us. By observing the natural world, the Stoics believed we could learn lessons about living in harmony with our environment. Just as the seasons change with inevitability, we will experience seasons in our own lives, times of growth, times of decay, moments of joy, and moments of sorrow. Embracing these changes brings peace. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often reminded himself to be present and focus on the task at hand. By not being distracted by things beyond our control, we embrace the present moment, aligning with nature and making a positive impact on our lives and the world around us. In the context of modern life, living according to nature might seem like an abstract concept. However, its application is highly relevant today. We live in a world that often values speed, success, and accumulation, leaving little room for reflection or mindfulness. Stoicism teaches us to slow down and realign with what truly matters. We must learn to live in accordance with the natural flow of life. This means accepting the inevitability of challenges, embracing life's cycles, and finding peace in the present moment. While we may not be able to control everything that happens to us, we have the power to control how we respond. By practicing Stoic principles, we can lead a more meaningful, peaceful, and fulfilling life. Living according to nature is not about perfection. It's about embracing our human nature, learning from the natural world, and finding peace amidst life's inevitable ups and downs. This path leads to self-awareness and happiness. Unlike many modern self-help approaches that focus on avoiding pain and discomfort, Stoicism encourages us to view adversity as an opportunity for growth. The Stoics understood that suffering, when approached with the right mindset, can strengthen our character and deepen our wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, faced many personal hardships during his reign. Yet, he wrote in his Meditations, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, challenges aren't obstacles to our happiness. They are the very tools that help us grow and develop resilience. Stoicism offers a transformative view of adversity, teaching us that challenges, when approached correctly, can be our greatest teachers. The Stoics were practical philosophers who didn't just talk about theory. They provided actionable steps to help us incorporate their teachings into our everyday lives. One of the key Stoic practices for embracing adversity is negative visualization. This practice involves imagining the worst-case scenario, not as a way to be pessimistic, but to mentally prepare ourselves for challenges ahead. Another practice is reframing. This technique involves changing our perspective on adversity. Instead of viewing difficulties as personal failures or something to be avoided, Stoics encouraged us to see them as opportunities for growth. For example, when faced with a difficult situation, instead of thinking, "This is unfair," the Stoic would reframe it by thinking, "This is an opportunity for me to practice patience, resilience, and wisdom." In many modern self-help teachings, happiness is often portrayed as the absence of pain or difficulty. However, the Stoics understood that suffering is not only inevitable, but also transformative. Rather than seeing suffering as something to escape, they recognized its potential to teach us valuable lessons. Pain, hardship, and discomfort can be the catalysts for the development of virtues such as courage, patience, and fortitude. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, just as exercise strengthens the body." In other words, just as our muscles become stronger through resistance training, our character becomes stronger through facing adversity. It is in the fire of challenge that our virtues are tested and solidified. By approaching adversity with the mindset that it is not an obstacle to our happiness, but an essential part of our journey, we begin to see challenges differently. Instead of resisting them, we learn to embrace them as the training ground for personal growth. The Stoics didn't just tolerate adversity. They actively sought to cultivate resilience in themselves. For the Stoic, true resilience comes not from avoiding pain, but from facing it head-on and learning from it. It is through adversity that we become more grounded, more capable, and more prepared to handle future challenges with grace and wisdom. In the modern world, adversity takes many forms. Whether it's a personal setback, a financial crisis, health challenges, or the unpredictability of the world around us, we all face difficulties. The Stoic approach to adversity is not about pretending that hardship doesn't exist, but about developing the inner resources to face it with courage and composure. Take, for example, the story of Tim Ferriss, a modern entrepreneur and author of The 4-Hour Workweek. Ferriss, like many Stoic practitioners, embraced the philosophy of turning obstacles into opportunities. He regularly practices negative visualization and reframing to help him deal with the uncertainties of running a business and living a public life. By applying Stoic principles, Ferriss has been able to navigate significant challenges with resilience and a clear sense of purpose. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches us that adversity is not the enemy of happiness, but its companion. Through adversity, we are given the chance to grow, strengthen our character, and develop the resilience necessary to navigate life's challenges. It is in facing hardship with a Stoic mindset that we find our true strength. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." In the end, the very obstacles that seem to block our path may, in fact, be the very things that guide us to a more meaningful, wise, and resilient life. By embracing adversity, we don't just survive, we thrive. In today's fast-paced world, Stoicism offers a timeless guide to living with purpose, clarity, and calm. With distractions and pressures everywhere, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, be present, and cultivate inner peace despite the chaos around us. It helps us face life's challenges with grace and wisdom, offering tools to navigate modern complexities. Tim Ferriss, best-selling author and entrepreneur, uses Stoic philosophy to manage anxiety and stress. He credits Stoicism for his ability to stay calm in high-pressure situations. Ferriss practices negative visualization and mindfulness, which help him stay focused on what he can control. This demonstrates how Stoicism's principles can guide modern challenges, helping people find balance in their lives. Another example is Ryan Holiday, a modern Stoic author who popularized Stoicism with books like The Obstacle is the Way. Holiday shows how challenges can be opportunities for growth. His works have inspired millions, demonstrating that Stoicism is not just for ancient philosophers, but for anyone looking for purpose today. Stoic teachings are practical, making them relevant in today's world. Stoicism's beauty lies in its practicality. Unlike many self-help philosophies, Stoicism offers actionable advice for daily life. The philosophy is rooted in real-world challenges, making it easy to apply. By adopting Stoic practices, we can build resilience, make better decisions, and live more fulfilling lives. These principles offer clear guidance on how to handle adversity and lead a purposeful life. Increased resilience. Stoicism teaches us that life is full of challenges, and embracing adversity builds emotional resilience. The mindset that life's struggles are natural helps us better handle difficulties. Stoics view challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. Adopting this approach makes us more adaptable to setbacks, building resilience for whatever life throws our way. Greater self-control. Stoicism helps us control our impulses and desires. By practicing mindfulness, we can become more aware of our thoughts and emotions. This awareness allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. For example, when tempted by instant gratification, Stoicism encourages us to pause and consider whether the impulse aligns with our long-term goals and values. Enhanced focus. In a world full of distractions, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what truly matters. By living in harmony with nature, we learn to direct our attention toward what aligns with our values. This practice of focus helps us block out distractions and concentrate on long-term goals. It's about filtering out the noise and investing our time and energy in what brings meaning to our lives. Inner peace. One of the most profound benefits of Stoicism is inner peace. Stoics believe true peace comes from controlling our reactions. By accepting what we cannot change and focusing on what we can control, we let go of anxiety and turmoil. This leads to a deep sense of tranquility. Stoicism teaches us to respond thoughtfully to challenges, aligning our inner world with our outer reality. Stoicism's enduring appeal lies in its wisdom and practical guidance. In today's world, Stoicism offers a way to reclaim power by focusing on what we can control. The philosophy teaches us to embrace challenges as growth opportunities and live according to our values. Through resilience, self-control, and inner peace, Stoicism helps us navigate life's complexities with purpose and grace. By applying Stoic principles to our daily lives, we can live with greater clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. Whether you are an entrepreneur, student, or someone seeking personal growth, Stoicism offers tools for a meaningful life. Its teachings, grounded in resilience and wisdom, are just as relevant today as they were in ancient times, providing guidance for anyone looking to lead a more fulfilling life. Applying Stoicism in everyday life. Stoicism offers powerful tools to navigate the modern world. Its timeless principles focus on what we can control, how we respond to challenges, and the pursuit of virtue. Applying these teachings doesn't require radical changes, but a shift in mindset. Simple habits help us build resilience, wisdom, and inner peace. 1. Practice daily reflection. One of the simplest practices of Stoicism is daily reflection. Take moments each day to pause, reflect, and examine how you navigated the day. Ask yourself, did I act in line with my values? Did I respond with calm and wisdom? This habit sharpens self-awareness and reinforces personal growth, ensuring tomorrow is an opportunity for improvement. 2. Focus on what you can control. A core Stoic idea is focusing on what's within our control. External events, like people's actions or the weather, are beyond us, but we can control our reactions. Epictetus said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This helps us stay empowered, reducing stress by letting go of what we can't change. 3. Embrace discomfort. Stoicism encourages us to embrace discomfort as a means for growth. Overcoming hardships strengthens character and develops resilience. Start by seeking discomfort in small ways. A challenging project, a difficult conversation, or pushing yourself physically. Leaning into discomfort teaches us to face fear and adversity, building strength over time. 4. Simplify your life. Living in accordance with nature means simplifying your life, focusing on what truly matters. Modern life is full of distractions and desires, but Stoics believe eliminating the unnecessary brings clarity. Declutter your physical and mental space, focusing on personal growth, meaningful work, and nurturing relationships to align with your core values. 5. Live with purpose. To live a fulfilling life, Stoicism emphasizes living in alignment with your core values. Identify what truly matters to you and make decisions based on these values. This focus on purpose creates direction and meaning. When you make choices that reflect your authentic self, you experience fulfillment and satisfaction, knowing you are living virtuously. Incorporating Stoicism into your life. Applying Stoicism is about a shift in perspective. By practicing daily reflection, focusing on control, embracing discomfort, simplifying life, and living with purpose, we find greater clarity, resilience, and peace of mind. Stoicism offers timeless wisdom that empowers us to shape how we respond to life, cultivating inner strength for a meaningful and joyful existence. Stoicism is not just a philosophy, it's a way of life. Its lessons are simple, but their impact is profound. By practicing Stoicism, we can cultivate resilience, emotional control, and inner peace, all while living in alignment with our values and purpose. In a world full of distractions and challenges, Stoicism offers a timeless blueprint for living well. So the next time you face adversity, or feel overwhelmed by the chaos around you, remember the wisdom of the Stoics. By embracing the principles of Stoicism, you can navigate life with clarity, strength, and a sense of peace that comes from within. These teachings remind us that how we respond to challenges is more important than the challenges themselves. This is just the beginning of a journey. The teachings of the ancient Stoics are waiting to guide you toward a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Every day offers an opportunity to practice Stoic principles, building resilience, gaining wisdom, and cultivating the inner peace that leads to true happiness. Embrace this path and watch how your life transforms for the better.